Hey guys, it's Maddie and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to go through all of the new books I've recently got. This wasn't just in one shop or one day, one week even. There's also another pile behind me, this stack, but I just wanted to go through them and kind of tell you what's on my to be read list. I'm trying to get back into reading and finding what books I like, what genre, tropes, themes, all of that kind of stuff. So I have a very wide variety of books. There's no real common theme to them. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm not gonna go like super in depth about the books because quite honestly, when I buy books, I don't like reading a lot of reviews on them. I like to make my own opinions as I read through them myself. So typically I will see like a TikTok or a post on Instagram or hear somebody else talk about the book, and then I'll read the back little blurb. And that's pretty much it. I don't really go on Goodreads or look up reviews on Amazon or Indigo too often. I like to make my own opinion and judgment as I'm reading and not having the other people's opinions in the back of my head, because I think that can kind of alter how I read the book and shift my view a little bit and my perspective. So I like going in, clean slate, just read it as it comes to me and decide from there if I like it or not. And Sully has decided to join us for our book haul. There is also no order that I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna show you as I grab them. The first trilogy I have is The Legacy by Kayla Clover. I actually did look up a little bit about Legacy because I wanted to, this was actually kind of the trial, I guess you could say, for this video. Like, as I was reading reviews, it was just a lot of people's opinions about the book, not really a summary on it. So after I looked up Legacy, I stopped. When I was looking up some information about Legacy, I did come upon that Kayla Clover was actually only 14 when she wrote this book. So interesting fact. And going into that, I kind of am expecting it to not be as mature, I guess, a little bit. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I bought those off Facebook Marketplace for like $10, I think, for the trilogy set. Next book, I don't know if I'm gonna read it, or at least try to, but I bought it. Well, I didn't even buy it. I got it sent to me. It's Those Boys Are Trouble by Willow Winters. I follow her on TikTok, and this is a hefty book. She posts, it's the Valetti Crime Family Collection. So I think there's multiple books in here, 5 maybe or something like that. It's kind of like Mafia, I don't even know where it's set, but what's really funny and what drew me to ask for this book is, so this is what you look at, but it's actually upside down and backwards, so you read it like this, which I just think is so funny and kind of a cool thing to have. And the author sent it to me, she posted it on her TikTok asking if anybody would be interested in having it. She would mail it to them, and I messaged her, and now I have it. So I think it's just really neat to have a part of my collection. The next book is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I bought this from Indigo. I paid full price for it, I think like $12 or something. And it is about this girl who's like super depressed, has just not happy, is miserable with her life. And then she is in between life and death, I think. Between life and death, there is a library. And in that library, she can see all the possibilities that her life could have happened and what her life could have turned into had she chose a different path. That is pretty much all I know about this book, but I am super excited to read this. I think this will be next on my to be read after these books that I will go into now. And that is The Lord of the Rings set, the Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. I bought this and also The Hobbit off Facebook Marketplace for $10. Yeah, I quite honestly don't know a lot about the Lord of the Rings series either. Dustin watches the movies, and that's why I wanted to get the books, so then we could talk about it, and I just think it would be kind of cute. He knows a lot about the movies, and then I can read the book and still be involved in each other's interests. But this is definitely going to be what I am reading next, and I am super excited. I've talked about Where the Crawdads Sing. I've read this much. I'm on page 244. So like this is all I have left to read, and I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. Quite honestly, I'm pretty bored with this book and was not one of my favorites. It follows this one character named Kaya and her life being abandoned in the swamp or in the marsh. It was just a very slow book for me. It wasn't fast paced enough. It wasn't super engaging. So it's just not my favorite. I might keep it and maybe come back to it after I read some of the other books I want to, or I might just donate it and like move on. From my local free library, by free library, like it's on somebody's property and you can just donate books there and take them as you wish. Sometimes you have to return them, sometimes you don't. Just kind of like a give and take type thing. And I got The Spectacular Now. It's actually made into a movie, but it follows these two teenagers, this one really rebellious guy, and just his life. And that's pretty much all I know about this one as well. I think he's also like borderline an alcoholic and just trying to navigate his late teens, early 20s, kind of in the middle of his... Sully is being very loud. Kind of in the middle of like a transition period between your adolescence and your adulthood. So I thought I might relate to this book quite a bit. The Secret Society I also got from the free library. It is kind of, from what I know, it's these teenagers, I think, get invited to the secret society, and once you're in the society you can't get out, and you get marked with that little tattoo, and you just have to do things, I think. I really have no idea. I just thought this would be an interesting... I kind of like these... I like dystopian, kind of royalty, like fantasy. I don't know if that's what it's called. Just kind of an escape from reality. A book that was recommended to me by my therapist was The Realm of Hungry Ghosts by Gabor Mate. It is about addiction, struggling with addiction and overcoming it, why we get addicted, what type of personalities are associated with it. So this is the second to last nonfiction book I have. I don't really like nonfictions, but this is a bit of a self-help book that I thought might help. The last nonfiction I have is Live by Sadie Robertson. It is just a really good faith-based book in Christianity and how she lives a Christian life while also doing social media and having a life online. She also talks a lot about following her dreams and dreaming big and accomplishing things that you want. And I think this will just be a really good motivational book. And I'm trying to get back into my faith. I've talked about this a little bit before, I think. I just want to see if it's, for me, something that I want to keep pursuing and living for God. And I think this will just be a great book. I love Sadie Robertson. I love her mannerisms and the way she writes. It's very easy to read, straightforward, no fluff or bullshit. I actually have one more nonfiction, and that is The Mindful Path to Self-Compassion. Another recommendation given to me by my therapist. This is just about loving yourself more, why we're so hard and critical of ourselves, how to be more mindful and more compassionate, as the title says, towards ourselves. And yeah, I really struggle with that. I am my worst critic. I'm super hard and I kind of punish myself a lot, and that is the root of most of my anxiety, honestly. I've started this a little bit, only a little bit through, like 60 pages. So far, it's so good. There's been some pretty good eye-opening moments. I want to get tabs and like annotate it so I can go back and find things that were helpful. And finally, my current read is The Sanatorium. I got this from a free book swap Facebook group that I'm a part of, and it is about these sister and brother. The sister goes and meets her brother at his engagement party in the Swiss Alps at a hotel, a psych ward turned hotel. And I think I'm only about 3 chapters in. So far, so good. I'm really enjoying it. It's pretty quick paced and to the point. And yeah, something happens. I think there might be a snowstorm and they get storm stayed there. And obviously it's in a psych ward, so I'm sure something creepy and eerie might happen too, but I'm excited to finish this book. Anyways, that is my huge stack of books that I have recently accumulated in one way or another, and I am excited to make my way through this pile and especially read The Lord of the Rings that I am super excited about. I think I will really enjoy them. I'm also excited to watch the movie after, and also The Spectacular Now. There is a movie out with Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley, I think. It came out a while ago. But I enjoy reading books and then watching the movie. It kind of gives me something to look forward to after I'm done reading the book. And yeah, I just enjoy watching movies too and seeing how the directors have kind of portrayed the book and what they take with the details from the book and transfer them into a movie. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!